Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. I am Khadijah Denise, and this is the Awkwardly Funny Podcast. Or if you're joining me on YouTube, welcome. You are seeing my beautiful face, and it's just Khadijah Denise on YouTube. So, vice versa, if you're not following me on YouTube, go ahead and hit that link in the description on the podcast. And if you're not following me on the podcast, go ahead and hit that subscription, link rather, and it'll take you to whatever type of podcast, I guess, device that you have. So I'm on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, all of that good stuff, y'all. So without further ado, today I would like to talk about something that I've discussed before, but I went on a little bit of a tangent and said some things that I probably will get banned off of YouTube for saying. So I decided to do it over, but with a little less cuss words and bad stuff in it. So let me try to keep it cute, keep it friendly. So if you all haven't, if you haven't heard about the Passport Bros, but I'm sure you have if you clicked on this link to listen to the podcast or the YouTube channel, whatever the case may be. But in the event that you live under a rock and you haven't heard of a Passport Bro, it's basically a group of men, or a man rather, who goes to other countries to prey on women. These aren't men who are going to genuinely trying to find I gotta stop saying these aren't men who are going to other places to really seek out healthy, meaningful relationships. There's a difference, right? Because I don't feel like love should be based on a location. So I'm all for if you feel, you know, your options are tapped out, or I mean, America is getting a little bit trash. Like the dating pool is like super trash with all type of chemicals in it, feces, urine, all that good stuff, right? So I get it, got it, cool. But when you're going to other countries to try to sexually exploit somebody, I have an issue with that, and everyone else should. And their whole basis of their movement is that American women don't have values. So I see a lot of black men talking about it for sure. Now I'm even starting to see white men talking about American women, white American women. So it's not just black women that they're saying don't have culture or aren't desirable. It's all women. But I'm going to focus on black men and black women when it comes to this particular topic. So this one guy, he's from Houston. I don't really recall his name, and it's really not even important. He basically got kicked out of Brazil. Today is, let's see, because by the time I get somewhere where I can have good internet connection to upload this, y'all probably would have heard about it, and someone else. But I am definitely calling it that he flew to Thailand. He fled to Thailand because they was about to get on his ass in Brazil. Today is January 26th. So by the time that I upload this and you all get a chance to hear it, see it, whatever, I guarantee you he's going to be kicked out of Thailand, and he won't be the first or the second or the last, because they're goofy. Just goofy. If you even, dang, I wish I could find a dude name. I guess I should have had this ready. It's Austin something. Just go to TikTok, go to Instagram, and type in hashtag Passport Bros, and I'm sure his goofy stuff will pop up. But you could just tell by his demeanor, like, he feels entitled. I mean, he's not a bad looking dude, but to be honest with you, like, if just based on the things that he's making, he has a YouTube channel actually. He's Austin something. But just based on his content, the way that he carries himself, the things that he says, I wouldn't be interested in him. And I don't think anybody with some type of confidence about themselves or anything going for themselves would. Unless, no one that I know will be interested in this man. And not to say he's a bad looking dude, looks has nothing to do with it. It's just his confidence, it's his entitlement, his whole demeanor. It's a no for me. And now I can see why he has to go to another country and prey on women. And honestly, it's not even preying on women. It's like, you say that American women, black women lack communication skills and they lack culture, things of that nature. But let me tell you something. These women in other countries are very smart. So you're not just praying. Well, I'm not gonna say praying. I'm not gonna keep saying praying, but that's what I think their intentions are. They're trying to make the best out of a bad situation. So it's a good situation for them, but it's a bad situation for someone else who comes from a poorer country and basically, you know, sleeping with men and getting it how they live. That's how they make a living and provide for their family. But there are people in these women in these other countries who are very intelligent, and they work and they hustle, and they don't have to sleep with men for money. They cannot touch those type of women. These type of beautiful women who have things going for themselves, these passport bros are not targeting these women. They're not bringing these women back to America. Even if you watch 90 Day Fiance, I just started watching this show called Love Abroad. And basically the same issues. It's another dude from Houston. I don't know, bro. I don't know what y'all women doing to these men in Houston, but girl, they live in the country. I already know what it is in Houston because it's a lot of scammers and dope dealers and people still say that, but I already know what the dating scene is like in Houston, so I can blame them, but I can't, just because even just watching the show. It's called Love Across Border, or is it Love Abroad or something? And I'm sorry, I'm gonna go back to my point. But he is in Panama City, and he's basically doing the same thing that he would be doing to a woman in America, like making corny jokes. She made a comment of, oh, this won't fit, like it's too big, I can't get it in. And he had the nerve to say, this what she said. Like, bro, how old are you? Grow up. Grow up. If I went on a date with you in Houston and you said some goofy shit like that to me, that would be the first and the last date. I'm still gonna keep it cute and play it nice because men cannot accept rejection nowadays. I actually saw this black guy who has been sentenced to to death for murdering a woman in China, if I'm not mistaken. So these men are not only going over here preying on these women, they're killing them. So come on, like, if you gotta go, it's how many people are in America, and you gotta go all the way to another continent, then it might be you, bro. It might be you. Now, playing devil advocate, I know that a lot of things are shifting when it comes to the dating dynamics, relationships, even friendships. People are weird. People are just weird. And so sometimes it is difficult to find someone who is genuinely attracted to you, has your best interest in mind, and they want to get to know you, and they're not playing games and just trying to use you. And I definitely understand that. But if I'm a firm believer in, when you keep looking for something, you're not going to find it. Just think about it. If you, like, I was looking for my GoPro, and I was like, oh shoot, I must have left it in Mexico. Like, I couldn't find it anywhere. I was looking, tearing the house up. And I was actually going through some clothes, and I was looking for like some workout stuff, and there goes my GoPro. I wasn't even looking for it, and boom, I found it. And I'm pretty sure this has happened to you. I'm pretty sure it has happened to everyone. You're searching the house, tearing things up and down, and eventually you forget about it, and that's when you find it. When you're stressed and pressed for something, you're putting too much energy on it. Live your life, be your best version of yourself, and continuously to be a good person, grow, work on the things. Like, I was listening to a podcast, and I like to listen to different podcasts and just get people's point of view. And some guys were stating that, you know, these guys should maybe go to matchmaking and dating sites, not dating sites. Well, actually, one of the guys got kicked off the dating sites. It was just crazy. Just like dating coaches and things of that nature. But I don't think that's going to work, because if a man feels that American women, a whole nationality of women isn't good enough for him, then he's probably not going to go to a dating coach. Because when people don't feel they have an issue, they're not going to seek out help. That's just what it is. If you don't feel like you have a cold, you don't feel like you have a toothache, why would you go to the dentist, right? Like, that just doesn't make sense. So if you don't feel anything is wrong with you, you're not going to go get help. And I don't think these guys are humble enough to seek out help, seek out advice, to have successful dating. I mean, in most major cities, women outnumber men. Successful, beautiful women who have things going for themselves. And especially in Houston, some of the most beautiful women in America. So it's really alarming to me that when men have the advantage when it comes to dating, because that's just what it is. They do. If you are a decent looking guy, you're funny, you have charisma, personality, You don't even have to be super attractive. Just be a gentle being and be nice. It's not being a simp. Who raised you? It's not being soft. Who hurt you? Like, I'm over it. I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm just over it. But anywho, so when men have the advantage and they still feel the need that they need to go to other continents, like not even like a quick trip to Mexico, like they're going to Brazil, Thailand. I haven't seen a lot of them going to Africa because African women don't play about that money, child. Like, they're not they better not go to Africa, because a lot of the men who are single in Africa is because, well, I'm not gonna say the whole Africa, I'm just speaking from people that I know from Nigeria and people that I know from Ghana. Men out there, and that's one of the things that I respect most about men that I've met in Ghana. If they don't feel like they're in a financial position to be dating, they don't date. They don't have kids running around. They don't have baby mamas. They try to better themselves so that they can provide for a family, because out there, when you start even when you start dating someone, her responsibilities become your own. And that's just how it is. So I definitely respect that aspect of it, but I definitely hope they don't take their asses to Africa thinking that these poor women just gonna go, because it's just not gonna happen. So y'all better stick to these other places where y'all feel like y'all can get over, because that's where y'all thrive. And apparently y'all not even thriving there. Y'all not even thriving there. It's really, really sad. It's really sad. And then they make these videos about black women and how we are so upset. Y'all, we are upset because these beautiful, black, ambitious, successful, I mean fine ass men, they are leaving us, y'all. These fine men are leaving us and going to other continents where women are prettier and they're more feminine, and oh my gosh, they're just everything that we're not. And it makes me so fucking upset. I'm so not upset. Not at all. I don't want nobody who don't want me. The same men who only date white women or Hispanic women or whatever the heck, that is your preference. I don't want nobody who don't want me. And I don't care who you want to date. But think of that, the issue that I have is when they're putting it all over social media. I mean, I guess it's not really a problem because it gives me things to talk about. But a lot of people have an issue with, why do they feel the need to always include black women in something? Okay, my thing is, that's like me saying that I only want to date African men. If you're not African, whatever, it is what it is. I'm going to Africa, I'm buying me a beautiful African man, right? I don't have to broadcast that all over my podcast, my YouTube, because it's not for me to make someone feel some type of way. I'm not trying to flex on nobody. I'm not trying to demean, not downgrade, but make someone feel like they're less than because I have a preference. So that's where the issue lies. It's okay if you have a preference, but a lot of times their preference aren't even what they think that it is. And these women are even speaking out that black men are talking down about black women, or they're making little jokes to, I don't know, make themselves fit in around white people or other non-black people. And it's really sad that you hate yourself that much that you would demean someone who looks like your mom, your granny, your auntie, your sister, your cousin. Like, I'm so confused. And the thing, it's really sad. Like, I don't feel any type of way. Either way, I don't feel any type of way. If that's what you like, I love it. I love that for you. Whatever makes you happy. But it makes me sad that we have come to a point where black women and black women, we're just bumping heads. And it's just, I don't see it getting any better, only worse. And it's a lot of things that contribute to that. I think social media is being the number one. But I always have this saying that if I were to die and I had the choice to come back and be anything, any type of person in this world, in this life, in my next life rather, I would still want to be a black woman. I love being black. I love black people. I love that we come in different shades, beautiful dark skin, beautiful kinky hair. I just love it. The way that we just have a certain charisma about us, and how we just, anything we touch, it turns to gold. Like, how can you not be proud of that? And I'm getting emotional just saying it, like, how can you not be proud of that? See, the thing about black people, a lot of black people, not just black men, we don't seek out knowledge. We only know what people tell us. And that's unfortunate, because a lot of things that I found out about black culture and just everything that I know, and it's still so much that I have to learn. I found it out on my own because it was interesting. And the more that I figured out and the more that I learned, the more and more proud I became to be who I am. And everyone should be proud of who they are, no matter what race, ethnic group. That's you. There's good parts and bad parts to everything, right? There are good parts of religion, bad parts of religion. There are some good people, like in every race. I'm just gonna say, from black people, there's some excellent black people, and then there's some N-words. I'm trying to stop saying it on podcast. There's some black people, and then there's some y'all know what I'm talking about. So there's bad in every situation. So we can't always look to say this type of group of people are like this, or this type of group of people are like that, because that's not true. There's an exception to every rule, right? Like, we can't all think that all Hispanic people just are laborers or cut yards and do housework, because that's unfair. We have Hispanic people who are business owners who, I mean, it's money in Mexico. They have luxury brands in Mexico. So it's not for tourists. Because I went to cities in Mexico, I didn't see any Americans. I was the only American there. And they still had luxury, and they had people who had money. So I just really get frustrated when people don't seek out knowledge about other people, and we already have a preconceived notion about someone. And so when we do that, we limit ourselves on the things that we can achieve, because when you learn more and you are able to connect with people, it just makes you a better person. And I don't feel like black people do that, right? And so I'm just gonna go back to the point of, I just went on this whole tangent. But like I said, I'm proud to be who I am, and so therefore I don't have any issues with dating black men, even though it's a challenge and it's not even something that I'm doing myself right now. But that's who I am. That's what I love. And so when I date, I want to date someone that looks like me, who can relate to my experiences. So when these black men are just so hell-bent that we are the problem and black women are this and black women are that, like, okay, so black men don't have any issues. Not to say that black women don't, because y'all do. I ain't gonna say we do. Y'all do. Some of y'all talk too much, and y'all just don't really know how to handle a man. And that's just a whole other conversation, because I feel like we always have to be so understanding when it comes to the black man, and understand the black man struggle, and help a black man this and help a black man that. What is the black man doing for the black woman? They don't protect us. They always have something negative to say about us. They are the only group of men on this planet who sit around and talk bad about the women. I don't know why black men think that don't nobody want us. I get more compliments from non-black men than anybody. I get more compliments from women than black men. I don't care, because if you don't respond the way that they think you should when they give you a compliment, they might kill you. And that's no cap. No cap in my raps. They can't take rejection. Someone always is doing something to them. They're always a victim. I really just think black men are jealous of black women. We're more educated. We're starting more businesses. And I think it's because We're tired of waiting on black men to feel like we're good enough to marry us and provide for us, and we're just getting it, y'all. Like, we're getting it. And there's so many spaces for us to get it. And we can go to other countries. Now, I'm not just going to other countries. I don't know how they, they treat black people, and I'm very aware of that. But we can go to other countries and people love us. So I'm just really curious as to why black men think no one wants us. I'm not even joking. White men, Hispanic men. Well, I guess since Africans and black men think they're different, African men. Child, I gotta beat them people off with a stick. So I'm not concerned about African American men not wanting to date me. I had this guy, I was talking to him, and he said something about he wanted to go on a coffee date. And it sounds like something that I've heard on social media. A buffer date is what they call it, to see if you really like somebody enough to take them on a real date, all that type of foolishness. So they don't want to take you on real dates, and then they want you to come to their houses and Netflix and chill, when it's people who are disappearing, people who are meeting people online and on dating sites, and they're unaliving them. They are killing them. And I know this to be true. So I'm just really concerned on where the dynamic of black relationships are going, because even when people appear to be happy, they're not. They just want to be relationship goals, and they're just putting up with black men. And I'm not bashing black men at all. There are some great black men. I know some really good black men, but most of them are trash. They are. And they are broken, and they need to go to therapy, and they need to find someone that they can confide in and fix their demons and fix their issues, because it's horrible. Like, they are out here beating on women, killing them, mistreating them, and you're supposed to be a ride or die and be a fool and stick beside them. Help me figure it out, and you're supposed to stand beside me. Everybody make mistakes. Man, kiss my ass. Like, kiss my ass in traffic. Like, because no. But anywho, I'm not gonna rant too long about that, but mark my words, today is January 26th. By the time that I upload this podcast episode in this video, because y'all, my internet is trash, so I have to wait till I go out into the city to upload and stuff like that. So it's gonna be some more drama when it comes to the Passport Bros. Mark my word, by the time y'all see this, it's gonna be some shit that has went down, because it's just crazy, and these people are nuts. So with that, I hope y'all be safe. Hopefully I wasn't all over the place. I think I kept it cute today, y'all. Like, I wasn't all over the place. Everything I said was relevant to the topic, right? So I'm definitely trying to get better with that. If you feel like I'm doing something incorrect, call me out on it. Just don't do it on the podcast review. Do it on YouTube. So I need my good podcast reviews. So without further ado, I am going to conclude this episode, because I want to try to do another one before I start my day. I haven't even started drinking my green juice, y'all. Typically, I'm drinking a cup of wine, a glass of wine, or a little bit of tequila, but I'm getting better. Switching up my lifestyle, because I don't need kids to be trying to take care of me. I don't want no kids, y'all. So that's why I'm taking care of myself. So when I get older, I can still be running around, being lively, vibrant, all of that good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and finish my green juice and let y'all get to it. If you made it to this point of the video, thank you for joining me. Go ahead and click on the link, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Thank you all for joining me once again. As I always tell y'all, be safe, protect your energy. Just watch the company that you keep. As we see, it's becoming very, very important to do so, because people are super shady out here, and the devil is busy. Whoever you believe in, the universe, whatever, the devil is busy. And we are living in the last days, y'all. Like, no, I mean, we might be dead by the time it actually happens, but we are just like this year alone, I think it's been like 30 mass shootings. It's only January 26th. Yeah, it's getting real out here. So y'all be safe, protect yourself. If something seems off, trust your gut. Just be safe, protect your energy, love the people that you're with, create good company, keep good company, be good to yourself, be good to others, and love y'all. Until next time, I am out.